and after it sends back a a code, and when this user receives a code, they may tap into it, and maybe the real authentication process gets done. So you realize that the process is really
But those are really very few.
There are very few.
Yes, because if I choose to register and the handle there says send a code, and I put a decision tool at the corner of the registration, and it channels back to rejected or authenticated, because when the user gets a code, it takes back to the registration, not so they are still registering to be authenticated.
Okay.
You get it, eh? Some of the worries are just a loop. You are looping in the same thing of authenticating a user. Are you getting it? So, what do? Are you seeing that part where there is service still? Are you seeing the part where there is service still? What does it read there? It says service still, and it mentions. Are you getting it? So I can choose authentication, and I choose that I'm adding OTP, blah, 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 blah. You get it, eh? So you don't need to mention. Now the user goes back. No. We okay with that? So then the data models. Data models. Data models. So you're reading that part of data models.
Data models are visual representations of an enterprise data elements and the connections between them.
How many types of databases do you know of now? You give your database manager.
MySQL, Postgres, and Redis.
Those are. And DB2, eh? And
MariaDB.
And, okay. So we have the SQL and no SQL, and the data structures are represented in different ways, okay? But they will follow the same what? So the no SQL databases will create pages instead of tables. They will create files instead of what? You want me to say hallelujah? Are you there? No SQL databases will create files instead of what? And the file will have a file ID. But the structure will be the same. So when you're opening a table in an SQL database, you are actually opening a file in a JSON structure. Are we okay? The SQL will have the tables in one single file of the database. Are we okay? But the flow of the database will be the same. You always have one for customers, one for shareholders, and they'll all have connectivity using the primary key and foreign key, where it can be an ID in most cases. That is one. Two, don't get me wrong. It's not that you must always constrain a foreign key. Are you getting it? In some tables, you don't need to constrain a foreign key, but you can have your own customized ID that you refer to. Because if you constrain and it can't find the constraint, it will always give you an error. Is it okay? Okay. Is it okay? So when you're designing, don't always constrain a foreign key that each table must have a foreign key attached to a primary key. No. It can be a custom code that you refer to when you need it. Because if you constrain it, you'll look for it when it is deleted and you can't find it and you get an error. And you lose money. So we expect you to also have the data model. We need to see how is your database going to be like. Who is calling who? You get it, eh? Are you having a table for admins and a table for users differently, or they are the same table, but you're tapping using the key or email? Are you getting it? For example, I can have admins have special emails and basic users have special emails, but on the same table. And I authenticate them. So that is almost the same as the previous one, showing the data flow. And this is the product ID, customer, and then the order online and date. And all of those are depending on the other. So thank you so much. We expect you to be working on those. We always at the back. You fully come and consult. You get it, eh? Yes.
Thank you so much, Simon. You managed to use very little time, and you covered, I think, all of your things. Not so, Simon? Yeah, you covered everything. Once again, let us give a round of applause to Simon. Okay, are we getting anywhere? Are we getting anywhere? How are we doing? 50-50? Are we on 40? 46, 60? We are on 60. 46. What's that? We are on 40. Who has reached on 60? He's on 60. Anyway, so we are approaching the integrations part. We have to start developing our systems. So I've asked all the team leaders to give me the developers' email addresses. I want to add them on Slack so that you can be interacting with Paul about Moja Loop. You can share with him, ask him there. He guides you there, so kindly do that. I've also shared his presentation in a PowerPoint format. I had already put the links that you were asking about on the general WhatsApp channel. So kindly go there and access those. Now, it is the social media moment. Let us all get our phones. I have already posted all the photos of the day. I put them on the platform. Let us get our phones. Let each one of us make a post on any account, social media account. Remember the hashtags. What are the hashtags? I have something to give out. That's when you're putting up the hand.
The hashtags are #women in FinTech, #level 1 project, #include everyone, and #HiPipo.
Okay, thank you so much. So those are the hashtags. And a hashtag, it is always one word. I saw the other time Jennifer was putting different words. She was breaking the words. It is women in FinTech, just one word. Don't break it. That's when it will be active. So let us use I see Team FinHub, you're not on social media. This is social media moment. It is on the program. If I was to share the program here, it is there. 10 minutes. 10 minutes of social media moment. And remember, there is $200 USD for the most active on social media. So you don't want to miss out on that money. After lunch, 1 to 2, we are going to have Paul. He's going to come here and take us through the technical part of Moja Loop. Prepare for that. Then 2 to 3, Cleopatra is going to come and take you through prototyping. Prototyping, do we all know what prototyping is? We do? Do we all know what prototyping is? Okay, and yesterday when you were presenting, actually, I think I just had like 1 or 2 who had Moja Loop and Level 1 project in their solutions, like Moja Loop would do this, Level 1. You need to include all these. I haven't gone through what you submitted, but if it is not there, you have to improve on it. Yeah? You should improve on it. You have to incorporate those Moja Loop and Level 1 project principles. Do we know them now? Level 1 project principles? Yeah? Do we know them? Okay, I'm going to be asking. FEPW, what Level 1 project principle are you putting in your system? Who wants to tell me? The Level 1 project principle they are putting in their system? They are considering who? I have to talk about a price for you to put up your hands.
The digital financial service providers.
So, the digital financial service providers, you cannot incorporate that. You can integrate digital financial service providers. Can we mention them?
MTN and Airtel.
Okay, we can integrate. We can integrate with them. Like we connect, we want to use them to make transactions. But the Level 1 project principles are like, okay, Happy's hand is about to.
Immediate funds transfer and same-day settlement.
Okay.
Push payment.
Okay, yes. Who else?
Interoperability and safety.
Okay, thank you. Bana is Sunita. She's the only one who says interoperability. Abasigadde kyabalema.
Transactions that have been made should not be revocable.
Irrevocable transactions. Who else? Level 1 project principles. Level 1 project principles.
Push payments.
Okay, push payments. Affordability. Yeah, you have to know all these things. I'm going to request George to share with me that so that I share with you. You have to know these Level 1 project principles because you have to design systems that have them. Yeah? Okay.
I want to be like, I request for some clarification. We realize that these principles are quite many. So does that mean that the system should have all of them, or it can have like 4, 5? So what is the required number, or everything should be implemented in the system?
Okay, there's no required number. You just can incorporate 2, 3. Yeah, not everything. There are very many, like he has said, there are very many principles. You can't put them all. You have to select a few according to the system you're designing. Have we all posted? You're posting. Okay, our lunch is ready. After lunch today, we are very lucky and privileged. We are having 2 mentors. We already had one. In the afternoon, we are going to have another one, 3 to 4. And about the mentors, who can tell me who a mentor is? Who is a mentor?
A mentor is someone who you look up to, someone with related goals and targets, someone who inspires you. That's a mentor.
Anyone else? Let me.
Someone who is always there to advise and train you.
Okay, anyone?
I won't divert away from Gum's answer. It's someone you look up to. Of course, they may be in a specific field, and they inspire you actually. You learn from them, you learn from their experience. Yeah, and they at least guide you such that you don't go through the same steps they went through. Yeah, thank you.
To me, a mentor is a trusted, inspirational advisor whom you trust.
So a mentor is someone who is professionally placed to guide less experienced people in a given field.
Yeah, let's. Okay, a mentor is someone who is successful in your line of dreams.
A mentor is someone who is who is experienced and is more knowledgeable in a given field, and the person is willing to share with you and journey with you in that field.
Okay, thank you so much for all your answers. They are all correct. I asked because in the morning, Damal asked how many mentors have you had, and someone like 3, 2. Like, we're not so sure. We're not so sure. It was quite embarrassing. Shouldn't I?
Now, saying what a mentor is. A mentor is someone who supports and guides you. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. So on the first day, we had a mentor, Olga. Yesterday, we had another one, Vivienne. And we had also Franklin. And also today we had Damali. Yeah? So the others, they are training us. They are facilitators. They are teaching us. Yeah? So if you realize the mentors are telling us what to do, how to go about our products and our life. They are guiding us. You should use your funds like this. You should channel your product in this way. Take this journey, do this, do that. They are guiding you, your solution. Yeah? I hope we are clear on that. Otherwise, our lunch is ready. So, yeah. Enjoy your lunch. Bon appétit. We have, it is now like 23 minutes past midday. So we should take our lunch first so that we can come back and have the next session. I'm going to start from the back.